Now, Dune is only going to be in theatres in a few days now. It's just a few days away, so you guys have to make sure that you have your tickets. Reese, did you enjoy Dune as much as me?
Amelia, I absolutely loved it. It's probably one of my favorite movies I've watched in like the past year or two. It's filled with action and romance and high stakes, and also sandworms, which makes me very happy. Not enough movies have sandworms today.
Chloe, can you cue me?
But make sure to watch it on the biggest screen absolutely possible. You'll thank me for that tip later. IMAX definitely helps. And tonight, we want to make sure that the New York premiere is all about you guys, the fans. So while you're watching along, post your video questions, your comments, anything like that using the hashtag #AskTheDuneCast. Again, it's hashtag #AskTheDuneCast. Hopefully there's like a graphic or something around here. But yeah, and who knows, maybe we'll be using some of your questions later tonight. Also, if you've wondered what it's like to be a fan here, lucky for you, we're going to have a dedicated fan cam, so you can actually see what it's like as the cast, as the crew comes by, who they stop to talk to, and they're going to be talking to the fans. But yeah, Amelia, what's happening where you are?
Well, we are just patiently waiting for the guests to arrive, and I've been told that they are moments away, so don't go anywhere. Hello, Stellan. How are you? How are you excited to be here at the Dune premiere?
Thank you. I'm fine. I'm very excited to be here.
You know what? You're actually not as scary in real life. As the Baron, you're really, really scary.
Yeah, well, being an actor has the advantage of you can do all the things that you don't dare do as a private person. So,
tell me about these mud baths. How relaxing are they?
They're very relaxing, but I didn't dare ask what was in it. It was probably something very poisonous.
Do you think maybe it could be like could be chocolate-esque? No.
Oil-esque. Yeah.
What was your favourite day on set? Do you have one that you remember that sticks out?
No, it's such a TikTok question because you want a question that has one short answer.
You could just say no.
No.
No? Okay, great.
They were all fantastic in their way and all hard work.
Mm-hmm. If you could be stuck on a desert, or not on a desert, on a dune with one person out of the cast, who would it be?
Oh, don't ask those questions.
None of my questions are really cutting it.
No. I can't answer those questions. Huh?
Timothy Chalamet?
Huh?
Timothy?
What?
Timothy?
Why? Well,
no, it's too hard. What do you think will surprise audiences most about this film?
I think they won't be that it's so good. The first one was, as Denise said, it was a starter, and this is the full meal. And there's so much a love story. There's so much political story, and it's so much action. It's very exciting.
So basically everything. Everything will be a surprise to the audience.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much. It's been great to talk to you. In your most villainous way, can you please tell everyone watching why they should go and watch Dune Part 2?
You should see Dune in the movie because it's good.
Whoa. That was scary.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, Suhaila. Or should
Hi.
I say Sue?
Please call me Sue. I would love that.
Oh, well, you look phenomenal, by the way.
Thank you. I'm freezing.
Yes, I'm freezing too. We are now at the end of what has been an incredible press tour with Dune Part 2. What has been a highlight for you?
The highlight is being part of the movie,
Yeah.
actually.
100%, and you're phenomenal in it. And what does
you.
it mean to be here in New York City right at the end of this press tour and showing the film to so many fans?
Well, it's a dream come true, honestly. I started working as an actress in France. I obviously dreamed of being part of such a big movie and come to New York or to America just to present the movie. And I did it, and the movie's beyond epic. So I'm just so proud.
It is really so epic. What do you think will surprise audiences most about this film?
Wow, surprised. I mean, everything is mind-blowing. The acting, the photography, the sound is brilliant. The sound is amazing.
Especially right at the very beginning.
Yeah. Especially the sandworm riding with Timothy is impressive.
Yeah. Do you think I could ride a sandworm? Do I look like I've got sandworm riding capabilities?
Everybody can. I mean,
You think?
yeah, I think so.
Did you get to try it?
Well, the funny thing is that my character in the movie is Shishakli, and it's a boy in the book, and he's the only one who rides the worm to ride the worm, except for me.
Oh.
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure you would be fantastic at it, even if
I think so
you
too.
didn't.
I don't know.
If you could summon one thing out of anything in the world using a thumper, it would be here right now. What would it be?
What was the question? Sorry, I didn't
If you
get
could summon one thing with a thumper, you know, that makes the worms come,
yeah.
what would you want to arrive to you?
A heater?
Yes. Okay. Yeah. That would be great. Maybe some kind of warmth would be great.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
What was your favorite day on set? Did you have one?
There were so many, but I just remember my first day on set was amazing because I was so nervous. My first scene was with Zendaya, Timothy, Javier Bardem, and I just remembered I was so stressed. And after my first, I did the scene, and after my first cut, Denis came to me and said, "And voila, Shishakli is born." And everybody applauded, and it was so emotional. Everybody hugged me, and it was such a special moment for me.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah, it was so cute.
Oh, and is there anything that you remember, like advice that your fellow castmates have been giving you while you're in the film? Like anything that stuck out, that things they said to you that really motivated you when you were filming?
Just that if I'm there, I can feel legitimate.
Yeah, you are legitimate. You're legit.
Yeah, I'm legit, and just they just make me feel like as I'm part of the family.
Yeah.
And so I broke the bars that were holding me. I'm just like, they trusted me, and I love them. They welcome me so warmly.
How long do you think you could last on a sand dune in real life? In the desert?
Yeah, in real life, it's funny because I was a gymnast for many years in the national team in Switzerland, though.
Well,
But
that's still great.
It was great. But I mean, I became so lazy.
What?
So I don't know, but I have good mental. I don't know, honestly.
Wait,
it's a
so
good
can you
question.
do like cartwheels and like somersaults and all these different things?
Yeah.
I'm so jealous. I've always wanted to be able to like do flips and jump around.
Yeah, well, it was years ago.
Maybe you could teach me.
I would love that.
I mean,
I would love, yeah.
I literally cannot move, and I feel like we're both too cold to actually move. But in the future,
Yes, I would love that.
well, it's been brilliant talking to you, and congratulations.
Yeah, thank
again.
you. And I love you. I know you. I saw
You
you.
do?
Yeah, I do, and I'm a
Oh,
fan.
Now I know you now, Sue. Yeah. Oh, it's great to talk to you, and you look beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and well
It's
done
really
again.
nice.
The film's fantastic.
Thank you.
Cool. Well, have a great evening.
Yeah, thank you. You too. You too.
Thank you so much.
Right now. Oh, that's
Hello, Florence. Here we are. Hello.
Hi, darling.
You look absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
How do you feel to be here? The Dune Part 2 premiere in New York City?
I got extra excited knowing that you were going to be welcoming me.
I am, and it is a great
Didn't
welcome.
realise that was a twist. I was
Yeah.
like, my honey.
No, my honey too.
My honey.
Honey, you know what? You look like a princess.
Well, I try.
You are.
I try every now and then. You look like a really sexy princess,
Oh,
though.
thank you very much. I try as well, but not as good as you.
Are you kidding? Look at your gloves. I'm not wearing gloves.
You're not actually. Maybe you should because it's freezing. What was it like playing a princess?
You know, the best, because you have the best people making the most amazing costumes and the most amazing jewels, the most amazing hair and makeup. It's amazing.
Your costumes were fab.
Yep.
Is chainmail sexy?
Only in pictures.
Oh, really? What, is it really uncomfortable?
You can't really be sexy in it, but it's
Oh,
great. You stand
okay.
there and look sexy, but I don't imagine it's something you can wear for days.
Days and days on end.
Except
no.
I did wear them for days
No, you
and days
did.
and days.
It's quite heavy.
It is very heavy. I was lying down on the set most of the time in between takes.
Were you?
Well, because it's just on your shoulders.
Well,
it's
like
so
on
heavy.
the floor?
Yeah, that's floor. There's nothing wrong with the floor.
Do you have a favourite day on set that you can remember? Something that stands out?
When I got to be at the end, every single person was on set, like every legend that I've ever known and appreciated, and I just would look like around the room and would basically realise that I've basically studied and watched every single actor's performance.
Wow, I mean,
and I just was taking it in.
the
It was
cast
amazing.
is absolutely phenomenal.
It's insane.
Like, you must have just been starstruck like every time you arrived on set.
You just can't believe that you get to act with these people. You're like, okay, I'll say my line now.
If you could summon one thing using a thumper, what would it be? Mine's a boyfriend. Can you imagine you could do that? Dum 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 on the floor.
I want a perfect boyfriend right now.
Yeah,
You know
sorry,
what?
a perfect boyfriend.
I think if I had a dum dum dum, it would be the perfect cup of tea.
Oh,
No, but
yeah.
perfect. I don't mean like someone's made. I mean like the way that I like it.
With milk?
Yeah.
With sugar?
No.
No.
Bit of honey though, every now and then.
What? Are you kidding?
When I'm feeling cheeky.
When you're feeling cheeky? Are you feeling cheeky today?
Yeah.
Desserts or desert?
Can I have a lolly in the desert?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
What kind of lolly?
Twister.
Oh, Twister.
Yeah, lick all the cream bit and
Oh,
then
yeah,
and
I
then
love
and then
a
suck the green
Twister.
bit.
What do you think will surprise people most about this movie?
Just how involved they'll feel. I don't think I've felt that way watching a movie in a long, long while, but I was so involved. I was into every single every single landscape, every single score. I just really did feel like I was there, and I know a lot of films say that, but this truly, truly immerses you, and it's such an amazing feeling.
You really get lost in it.
You really do.
Yeah, well, everyone's in for a treat. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me.
So lovely to see you.
And I'll see you on the dance floor.
Okay.
I mean, whenever that will be.
Okay, sure. Bye, darling.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Lovely to see you.
You too.
You do look
Thank
absolutely
you.
incredible. Lovely stuff. Thank you.
right now I'm standing here with Mr. Christopher Walken. First off, I just wanted to say you're amazing in this film, but I kind of wanted to talk...
Oh, you've seen it?
I have seen it.
I haven't.
Oh, have you not yet?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I can tell you objectively, it's great.
Great. Based on the first one, I loved the first one.
But this one is, I genuinely think, right up there, if not better. I think better, but I digress. The first thing I wanted to ask you is, if you don't mind me rattling off some directors, Sidney Lumet, Michael Cimino, Jonathan Demme, Spielberg, Nichols, Redford, Schrader, are some of the many directors you've worked with, some of my favorites, but also just generational talent. So I was curious what it was like stepping in with Denis.
Absolutely. Denis Villeneuve is a brilliant, great director. And, all those people you just named, including Denis, when you're an actor, it's said that there are certain directors where you feel like you're in very good hands, that they're going to take care of you, that you're going to do your best. And Denis is like that.
Gotcha. Well, I was just going to say, off of that, Denis, very famous for his sci-fi work, and while you've dabbled in that before with things like The Dead Zone, I was curious what it was like taking on a genre like this, stepping into a new kind of role.
Yeah, it is new, but it's basically it's father and daughter with me and Florence, and it's a family movie, really.
That's a nice way to look at it.
Yeah.
Not so much by the genre of it, but rather the dynamics.
They're intergalactic, but they're a family.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. It's a pleasure chatting with you.
It's good to
and you're
see
great you're great in the film.
Thank you. I look forward.
Thank you so much.
Leah, hello, how are you? You look
great.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I love this dress.
Thank
it's
you, you
phenomenal.
too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. How do you feel to be here in New York for the premiere of Dune Part 2?
I'm very excited, I have to say. What?
Yes.
Very happy.
It's really exciting.
Yes.
This is the kind of the end of a really long and amazing press tour. Been all over.
I've done only 3 dates.
Yes.
But it's nice to be here, and I love also the fact that it's a fan event.
Yes, for sure. It's for sure for the fans. Do you have a memorable day on set that sticks out to you?
But I've had only a few days because.
So all of them?
Yeah, all of them. I have to say yes.
So every single one of them.
Yes, and it was so amazing to be, with Denis Villeneuve. It's really it was just so great, to wake up every morning and just go to work. It's amazing to work with him.
Yeah, he seems like the most incredible visionary director, and the film is phenomenal.
Yeah.
How long do you think you could last in the actual desert?
I don't think I would.
You don't think so?
No, I wouldn't last very long.
No, not with
because
the sand.
I'm kind of agoraphobic. So
Say that again.
Agoraphobe.
Oh
you know?
I don't like going
open
outside.
Spaces.
Okay.
I'm really afraid of open spaces. So
wow.
I don't think desert is not a great thing
Desert's
for
not
me.
for you. Where would be your dream location to hang out? The beach? Do you like the beach?
I like the beach. No, I like the beach, but I have to say my home.
Your home. Okay,
Yes.
you want to be inside.
Yes.
Yeah, watching something on television or hanging out.
Not on television,
No.
but just to be between walls and. Well,
Yeah. What do you think will surprise audiences most about the film?
I think everything is just mesmerizing. There's everything in this film.
This
And
film's.
true entertainment, I would say.
This film centres a lot around dreams.
Yes.
Do you have vivid dreams yourself? Do you ever remember any of your dreams?
Yes, I have. I've had many dreams. I mean, this one, for example.
Yeah,
I'm living my dream right now.
You're living your dream right now.
It's not a dream, actually. It's reality. I mean,
Yes, wow. I mean,
wow.
blurring the lines between a dream and reality. And is there anyone in the cast that you would love to be stuck on a dune with?
I mean, to be honest, everybody.
Everyone, yeah. That would be a fun. That would be a fun trip, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, this is what I've experienced, with this tour. But no, I loved the experience and to be around those amazing actors, young actors. They are they have so much vitality. It was Well, a dream.
A dream. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
It was a pleasure.
And I hope you have a really nice evening.
Thank you so
and
much.
Well done again. The film is spectacular.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you look beautiful.
Thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye.
I'm going now.
Yeah, a bientôt.
Okay.
Hi, I'm here now with Dave Bautista. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me.
Yeah, first off, you're amazing in the first film. I'd say you're, if you don't mind me saying, even better in this one.
Amazing.
Yeah, you really get to do a lot in this one, like more than the first. I kind of wanted to know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger in the past, he would tailor his body to specific roles. Predator, he slims down. Terminator, he bulks up.
Right.
Do you approach roles like this the same way? Is there a way that you train differently or your physicality kind of changes?
Not at all.
Lovely.
You know, the funny thing is that, so I've only really altered my body for one film.
Gotcha.
And I put on a lot of weight for Knock at the Cabin. And so that was the only time, and it was a purely dramatic role.
And it's your most gentle role, I think.
It was the most gentle role, but it was because M. Night Shyamalan, he said he loved it, the contrast. If I was this huge, massive person, but I was just the gentlest person you ever see. He really wanted
really
a gentle
sweet
giant.
Soul.
So during Dune 2, I was shedding all that weight.
Oh, really?
So I was right in the process of shedding all that weight. I brought a trainer over to work with me in Budapest, and we trained every day just so I could burn that weight off.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because I put on near 50 pounds.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for giving me that insight. But yeah, the next thing I wanted to ask is, you've worked with some really cool directors. You just named M. Night. I kind of wanted to know what it's like working with Denis and the trust that comes into taking on a role like this.
Right. It's been, so we've done 3 films together. And from day one of us working together has been special. He has this knack of bringing out the best in me, but I think it's because of the way he makes me feel. He makes me feel confident and supported. And it's not dismissing my experience with any other directors. I've worked with great directors, but I've never sat and had conversations about my character, about thoughts, about simple things, about the way I walk and the way I carry myself. And with Dune, with Raban, it was the way he liked when my mouth was kind of hanging open, like very animalistic. He liked that. It was like simple mannerisms and gestures, and also the thought process about who the character was. It was just that's the difference between my experience with him and most of the directors I've been working with.
Gotcha. Yeah, he's so well spoken, but just really gets a grip on the character.
Just really, he just like overly processes, and he does this with all the characters. It's just, it's amazing how his mind works. He really is a master.
Yeah, no, I mean, he really lifts a character from page to screen. What I like in the first one is obviously you're butting heads with a different family, but in this one you're kind of butting heads internally.
Right.
I kind of wanted to know what that process was like off screen, but also on screen. If you had to work with Austin to get that.
I did. It's so funny because, I've been asked about this a little bit, because I think a lot of people would assume that we weren't speaking to each other, off camera, but it was the exact opposite. No, I think that is the reason why it translated so well, is because we were so comfortable with each other. It's like, there's nothing, we can do anything, say anything, whatever, because it's, we're actors, we're professionals. But as soon as cut, as soon as somebody say cut, we're joking around, we're having fun, and I think that's what, because I'm not method. I'm sure Austin has gone method with, probably with Elvis. But on those days, we were just, I don't know, it was just, I felt like we were just really connected.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it shows on screen, but
Yeah.
the comfort thing makes a lot of sense.
I think we're just comfortable with each other.
Yeah, because anything involving a boot or a shoe now, I'm like,
right.
you guys
I
have
think
to...
it's funny because I think that scene in particular,
Yeah.
I think, most actors would be a little uncomfortable with. And I was so excited about that scene.
No, it shows a lot about the character.
I thought it showed this is where the character is exposed, and this is my one opportunity to really sell this character.
You see inside.
Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really great performance.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, and all your performances.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
He gives you the little glasses.
Little
I'm a very big fan of your work. I
appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last thing I kind of wanted to ask, going off of like that with the cast, is what it's like, just like being part of a cast with a lot of people that you don't work with,
Right.
that you're not sharing scenes with.
Selfishly, it's a little disappointing because I want to share a scene. Because what an amazing cast, right? Casts like this, it doesn't come along often. Films like this don't come along often. So obviously, selfishly, I would want to share scenes with for bragging rights.
Exactly. Yeah, where it's like I would love to see you with Javier. With
Right, and also because I just respect everybody on this film so much. So obviously, for selfish reasons, I just want to share scenes with them.
Gotcha. But at least you get to be with them here tonight.
I get to hang out with them, talk, and BS and do the press thing together and see them on set and spend some time maybe on the makeup trailer. So all camaraderie. Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah,
Truly
thank you. It's a pleasure.
love your work.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Josh, hello. How are you? I love
wonderful.
this sort of...
Just to keep warm.
Oh, you're
Let's
thumping
keep
like
bouncing.
a thumper.
Keep bouncing.
Yeah, keep bouncing. It is freezing. I should have worn what you're wearing.
Yeah, you know what? I don't think I should have worn what you're wearing.
No, you would look good in it, though.
Oh, thank you.
How are you feeling to be here at the Dune Part 2 premiere in New York City?
Wonderful. But nice to be back in the States. We just did a world tour. It's nice to be back here. I love New York City.
Yeah, it is amazing, isn't it?
Wonderful.
What do you think is going to surprise audiences most about this movie?
Oh, how massive it is. How the scope of it. It's very personal. It's very emotional. Zendaya's amazing. Timothy's amazing. Austin is just out of control. Everybody's good. It's just one of those things that when you did it, it's good, but then when you see it, it's 100 times better than you thought it could ever be.
Absolutely. Now, the question on everyone's lips, are we going to get to hear some Balasset playing in the second film?
Quite possibly.
Ooh.
Quite possibly.
Because
we should have heard it in the first one, but it was cut.
Yes, I know. And I feel like... But
it's better in this one.
Were you practicing a lot for that? Do you practice a lot?
I practiced for about 12 hours, and that was
12 hours?
Which is
a
the
day?
reason why it's not on there.
12 hours a day?
No, period.
Oh, what?
Period.
Oh, you should have done more than that.
No, I did. This time.
Oh,
This
really?
time,
Oh,
yes.
this time you did.
Yes.
I can play the recorder.
Huh?
I can play the recorder.
Everybody can, but good.
Oh, all right, thanks.
Good.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Sorry.
Desserts or deserts?
Deserts.
You don't like desserts?
I love desserts, but I'm disciplined right now.
Oh, sorry. It's
The
deserts
discipline.
only. If you could summon one thing with a thumper, what would it be?
Would I summon a worm? No.
No, not a worm. Well, do you want to summon a worm?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I really don't.
Summon...
I just went to this place and I didn't want to be there, so I left.
Okay, no worms.
No, so no answer.
A coat?
Maybe.
I'll summon a coat for me.
A Carhartt.
Oh, yeah,
a Carhartt would be good.
nice. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, you too.
And enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you. Put a coat on.
Yeah, put a coat on.
Okay.
Oh, kisses. See ya.
All right, goodbye.
now here with Stellan Skarsgård, who joins me here. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Yeah, the first thing I wanted to ask is, I've watched pretty much every single one of your movies. You bring a gravitas to every performance. Like when you're on screen, I'm just kind of informed of what's going to happen, what the character might be like to a degree. So I kind of wanted to know how you go about entering a movie like this, where it's like, are you trying to defy expectations? Or are you trying to play into that?
Well, the thing is that in this movie, I try to. The first thing I do with every character is I try to figure out what is necessary that this character does for the movie.
Gotcha.
So I don't destroy anything.
Gotcha.
Basically, and then I can be free, right? But here I played Baron Harkonnen, and we had to give him a physicality that was so extreme that when you've seen him, wow, you see him and you will remember him throughout the film, even if he's not in a scene. You know?
When he's off screen and his name is mentioned, the image is there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Going off of that, like, what was that first, like, in the first film, taking on that, like, persona, like, putting on, the makeup, everything like that? What was that like, also having to be kind of in that mud bath and, like, genuinely have to act with only this up?
Yeah. Well, of course, I mean, putting it on, it took 8 hours. It was an ordeal. And being in the mud bath was lovely. Because it was warm and nice, it was oily, and I didn't dare ask to what it was, because it could be very poisonous probably.
Yeah.
But I had to be weighed down because I started to float up in that.
So you have to balance
bath,
literally having to, like, stay in character, quite literally to stay in character. Yeah, another thing I wanted to bring up is this is, like, such an epic film, and, like, we've seen Dune try to be brought to the screen before, and with Denis it feels like it's really working. So I kind of wanted to know what it's like having the trust in the director to do this when you're playing this, like, I mean, a legend of, like, of a character in a novel.
I mean, having seen Denis' previous films, you have the trust in him, and you see a director who has a unique way, a unique cinematic way of working. So that's why you should see this film in the cinema, not on the iPhone. It's too big for that.
Well, no, it's
he reduces the dialogue very much, and instead he has. He has enormous. There's an enormous atmosphere and a feeling of danger or beauty or everything, you know.
Well, yeah, he doesn't even need to have dialogue in his scene for you to feel what's going on, which is beautiful. But yeah, well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I'm genuinely a big fan of your work. You're amazing in the film.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you very much.
My Baron. Yeah.
Your Baron.
Thank you.
Your Baron. Yeah.
You're sweet. I should start. Oh, it's live.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Oops.
Well, I'm joined here now with Denis and Tanya. Thank you guys so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I want to start off first by saying you bring in so many new characters to this one, and, like, as a fan of the books, it's really interesting to see who you cast, and I kind of wanted to know what that process was like between you two, getting to approve people, getting to be like, oh, maybe this person will work.
Man, the thing is that
it was a very intense casting session with where I needed to be very precise because the characters are iconic characters that people know since maybe more than 60 years. So it's like I needed to make sure that I will find the people that will be able to fill those huge shoes, you know. And it was a long process, but.
Definitely paid off.
Yeah, to my great luck, to our great luck, my first choices, they all agreed to get on board.
Yeah, I would have been very surprised had they not. The next thing I wanted to ask, obviously, people have been speaking your praises tonight. I'm a big fan of your work, but I also wanted to talk about producing, and I kind of wanted to hear you guys talk about, for a movie of this size, what that's like, because there's still a lot of confusion of what a producer is. If you don't mind speaking to that, yeah.
Well, there are a lot of different producers do different things, but I think from a production perspective, I think that people are seeing the beauty on screen, but there are a lot of people who worked with us, hundreds and thousands of people who worked on this production. So I think tonight we're celebrating the film, and of course the wonderful cast, but also people from all around the world who worked on this film, people who created this small traveling village throughout the world, and I think that's also the logistical part of it, which people don't see, which is what producers do.
It's why I sit through the 12 minutes of credits. You got to see everyone's name.
Yeah, you have producers that manage the budget. There's producer that manage the people. There's producer that manage all the technical problems on set. It's like it's
Well, it's
like multiple
machine.
generals of a little army.
Yeah. Well, you guys hit it out of the park with this one. It's truly a wonderful film.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, of course. Well, thank you for stopping by and talking to me again, and it's lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
you guys so much. Yeah. Oh.
Hello, Dave. How are you today on this amazing New York premiere of Dune Part 2?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You're looking good.
Thank you. You're looking good as well. And Zendaya's looking amazing.
Oh, Zendaya is over there, and she is looking absolutely fabulous.
Right.
And it looks like you're matching.
We are matching.
In white.
Right.
So what do you think will surprise fans most about this film?
Besides how good it is?
Besides how good it is. No,
I think they're expecting it to be...
They're expecting it to be beyond good.
You know what? I think they'll be surprised that it's living up to the hype. Because most people, you know, they go and see... The films get so overly hyped that people's expectations get so high, and they go, and sometimes there's a letdown, and there's no letdown with this film.
And you have a history in the world of combat sports.
Did
you give any fighting tips to your fellow cast?
No.
No, you didn't?
No.
You didn't?
No, I'm typically not that guy.
Okay.
I don't like action scenes. I don't get excited about them, and I don't.
Okay, so you were just sort of letting them do what they're doing.
Yeah.
Well, it's been. I also hear that you collect lunchboxes. Is that true?
I do collect lunchboxes.
Do you have a Dune lunchbox?
I do have a Dune lunchbox.
Oh, exciting! I love lunchboxes.
It's like an original vintage lunchbox, like from the 80s, that my agent gave me.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
And have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you. Enjoy the film.
See you.
All right.
You too.
All right.
I'm now here with John Spates, writer of the film. Thank you so much for joining.
Oh, it's such a pleasure.
Yeah, as a fan of the book, I've read the first one, the second one as well. I kind of just want to know, it's such a dense read. It's so amazing. So I kind of want to, how do you go about undertaking adapting?
I had the great gift, in a way, as I came into this filmmaking project, that I, as a kid, starting at 12 or 13, read this book probably every summer for many years. So I was a deep fan of it and knew it backward and forward. It was interesting when I sat down to do the adaptation that I realized all I needed to do was read the beginning of a scene and I could recite the remainder of the scene from memory. That made it easier to navigate the difficult process of boiling down that book to something that could fit into even 2 epic length films, which these are.
I can't imagine.
Even almost 5 hours of cinema is not nearly enough to contain what is in the novel of Dune. So even then, very difficult changes, very difficult choices were made. Things that had to fall by the wayside, things we wrote, things we shot that didn't make the film.
Yeah.
But it all began with my boyhood fandom of it and my love of it since childhood, and the number of times I just read the darn thing.
Well, it definitely, the love translates onto screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next thing I wanted to ask is, well, obviously the books can span galaxies, everything like that. Film is a tactile thing, so there's budgets, productions, and then you have a filmmaker, Denis, to also work with.
That's right.
So what is it like, I guess, writing to that, or do you try not to focus on the outside?
Invariably, there's kind of 2 passes at a big script that when you're making a movie that you think is actually getting made, you want to begin in a process of pure imagination. You want to look at the material, think about what this wants to be to most fully realize the story that was told. Exactly. Don't think about budget. Don't think about how they're going to make this. From year to year anyway, that's changing almost faster than you can follow. You just ask yourself what the story wants. And then there will be a negotiation. You know, ultimately you might need to lose a location. You might need to condense the story for space. The most important thing, and the one piece of decision making that goes in from the beginning, is that you can never let the convolutions of the plot crowd out the characters.
Yes.
And those characters relating to each other, having emotional moments, reacting to things, letting things breathe. Incredible things happen in these films. You need the characters to soak that in. You need the audience to be led by their reactions.
I love that so much about this film, and it's what Christopher Walken said. It's a family drama as well.
That's right.
There's obviously action, sci-fi, but there's so much more. A wonderful job, truly.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
A real pleasure. It's great to be here.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Now I'm here with the composer, Mr. Hans Zimmer. This is a very big moment for me. I was just telling off camera that I've been meaning to meet you for a while.
I don't know why, but you know,
I'm a very big fan of your work.
I know, and I'm a very big fan that a man who knows how to dress appropriately for our movie.
Thank you. I went for Arrakis.
Right.
Yeah.
I think you did very well.
Thank you. Well, I want to start off by saying your career is like extraordinary. You really capture the tone. I'll give you the compliment. I really do. But like,
I'm
you
not
capture
good
the
at
tone
compliment.
so well. You really do. So I kind of wanted to know how you go about first finding the sound.
You know, in this movie is different than any other movie
Yeah.
I've ever done, because I was such a fan of the book when I was a kid.
Okay.
So when I was a teenager, and I remember Denis, like we're just standing somewhere, I think on the wall a lot, and he very quietly says to me, "Have I ever heard of a book called Dune?" And I sort of.
Of course, the biggest sci-fi. Yeah.
I went like you know, one of those crazy little dogs, and I think I scared him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things I said to him is, you know, why do science fiction movies always have to have European orchestras? Why do you always hear violins? Let's go and build instruments. Let's go and invent things.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I have this sort of crack group of virtuoso musicians that I've just unloaded after we finished the previous one.
Oh, wow.
I just carried on writing.
You stay in the world, yeah.
I stayed in the world, and Denis phoned me up and he said, "Look, you know, you can stop now, the movie's out." And I said, No. I want to send you things to inspire you. And so the main theme on this film, I went on tour through Europe, and I would play it as the opening without telling anybody what it was, because I thought it'd be really fun if people went to the cinema and go, "Well,
I've heard that. There's something deep in my head.
I felt this somewhere, you know."
Oh yeah.
So yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun, a lot of experimenting.
Well, yeah, the score phenomenal. You feel
Thank
it
you.
gutturally.
Thank
you
you
so much for stopping by.
Oh no, it's
Yeah.
a pleasure. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You as well. Thank you so much.
Who wants this? You take it.
The winner.
Oh, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you. I'm now here with Mr. Austin Butler. Thank you so much for joining me.
Man, thank you. It's always nice to see you.
Yeah, you as well. It was really nice. You're just talking about your work. This is, I must say, like an extraordinary performance, and it's something I haven't seen before. Like, there's movies from the 80s where I feel like I'm getting like a really carnal performance, but it's the first one I've seen in years where you really hit it out of the park. I kind of
wow.
Yeah, what it was like taking on this character.
That means so much.
Oh,
No, I'm just asking.
Yeah.
Help you interview.
Thank you.
Come in here. What was it like?
Yeah.
It was some of the most fun I've ever had, and we got to hang out, which made me very happy. What was it like for you, Josh?
When I met him for the first time, everybody kept telling me, "Oh, wait, have you met Austin? You met Austin? He's so great. He's so great." And then after a while, you're like, "Okay, he's so great." And then I saw his trailer. His trailer was right next to mine one day in Budapest. I walked in. We had a 3-hour conversation. 3-hour, bald, pasty, no eyebrows. Didn't bother me in the least. We got very intimate, very fast. He was just a very personal guy. And now he's being lauded for this incredible performance.
It really is amazing.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's an incredible performance. And when you know it, when you're on set, that's one thing. When thousands and millions of people start responding to it in the way that you've always known, that's even better.
I'll wire you the money that I promised you.
And I won't discount you either. You seeing Timothy for the first time after
How
being
good is that moment?
That moment, it sells like,
How
the family
good is
of
that?
it so
That's
well.
Denis, because
Yeah.
I think I reacted in a certain way, and I think it was Denis who said, "Why don't we try it this other way?" And that's the take that he used. So thank God for Denis.
Yeah, there's a beautiful vulnerability
I love
in
that.
it.
I feel like
yeah.
like a
No, this is really fun
I'm
for
finally
me.
getting to live out my fantasy of being a reporter.
Yeah.
We all want your job, man.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it's really fun I'm an admirer of both of your work, and also Denis. And I kind of like, you guys have worked with some really incredible filmmakers through your careers. I wanted to know what it's like working with Denis and kind of stepping into this world, because this is like the biggest you could get. Yeah,
Come on,
no,
you got to answer one question.
All right, I'll answer one. he has. It really. I often use the word genius with him because watching him manage to make a film of this scope and yet make it look so effortless.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's stressful, but he never made it seem that way. And he had so much joy.
Yeah, he keeps it very he keeps it very personal. That's the thing. It's like the movie that you see is not necessarily the movie you think he's going to do, because he keeps it's so familial, the experience on set, that you go, even if the movie's not so good, I had an amazing time. I feel like I've made a lifelong friend or a few lifelong friends. And then you see the movie and you go, oh my God, this guy has a capacity that most people don't have.
Yeah, I can't imagine this, like, taking on this scope.
Yeah.
It's truly, yeah.
Truly. I think Nolan's like that. I think Denis like that. Spielberg, you know.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, and the last thing I wanted
George
to ask.
Lucas.
Yeah, you're just naming.
No, stop.
I'd even say to me.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
But the last thing I wanted to ask is, you get to like work with like people like Javier Bardem in the past, and on this, like, there's some people that you don't get to share scenes with. What is that like? I guess kind of just having to have such a big cast, not getting to share scenes with everyone. Is there like a desire to, get there, or is it
sharing scenes isn't necessarily the ultimate thing? I feel closer to him, that, you know what I mean? So we did share scenes. It was personal. You have this experience, and then what you see ultimately in the film is different than your experience. You have the work experience, you have the personal experience. We were together all the time. So scenes were kind of an extension of the personal, but we still had the personal.
It's the familial. That makes me very happy to hear.
It's true. It's just the truth.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by. You guys are both phenomenal in this. Yeah. Well, thank you.
Right.
Yo, truly.
Nice
yeah.
to meet you.
Thank you.
It's always
Nice to meet
so
you as
great.
well. No, it's okay. That's why I have the glasses.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I should wear them.
Well, right now we're here with Leah Sadu. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Much.
Yeah, I kind of just wanted to ask, Denis, also French.
No, he's not French.
Well, he's from Canada. I know.
Well, he's Canadian.
Yes.
Canadian, which is not really close to France.
Yeah, well, I wanted to know, I guess, with that, like...
We speak the same language.
Does it
It
help?
helped. Yeah, it helped. Yeah, but with a different accent.
Okay.
Yeah.
But another thing I wanted to know, you have such a wonderful career in Hollywood, America, but also in France. And I kind of wanted to know what it's like, I guess, merging those markets now, where you're taking on a movie this global.
Well, I've done a few, like...
you've done some big ones,
I've done but no, it's the first sci-fi film.
That you've,
Yeah. And it was different, I have to say. But also working with Denis, the fact that it's really like a book that he wanted to adapt since he's like little. You know, it was his dream to adapt this book, and so it feels that it's a bit like George Lucas, you know, when he like created the Star Wars. It feels like it's very intimate. So
it feels personal in the film.
Exactly, yeah, personal. Thank you. So yeah, and to be like part of such a like he's really it's part of his like
his vision.
Well, his vision and his exactly. So it's different.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. The next thing
because he knew, you know, he was like so like precise about what he wanted to do, and he knew he had this vision, so he knew what he wanted.
Yeah,
and it makes things easier.
Watching the storyboards, watching like all the previs, it's crazy to see how he's actually able to realize that.
Exactly.
And yeah, you were wonderful in this one. I was really excited when you were announced, and I kind of wanted to know how that came about. Were you a fan of Dune or a fan of Denis first, or?
I was a fan of Denis first, because I have to say that sci-fi wasn't like I don't really know so much about sci-fi, but actually I like to, you know, when I don't like at first like understand really like a genre, it's not really like a, you know, the kind of films that I would have watched
that you're seeking out.
Yeah, exactly. But it's also what I love about cinema is that you learn, you know, from you know what's offered to you, and then so when he asked me to be in a second part, I was like, wow, I'm curious about it.
Yeah, and I think what he does so well is it doesn't just feel like sci-fi. There's family drama. There's like all these other elements that he's taking from, and you help a lot with making sure that it's not just sci-fi. But there's nothing wrong with that. But
thank you.
But yeah, thank you so much.
I am sci-fi.
Thank you so much for stopping by. Truly a fan of your work.
So
yeah, of course.
You know.
I know. I have to brush up on my geography.
Time for the New York premiere of Dune Part 2 here at the Lincoln Center. Now the film is out in just 5 days, so please everyone make sure that you book your tickets, because you do not want to miss out on the most epic experience ever that is Dune Part 2. Reese, what was the highlight for you tonight?
Talking to Christopher Walken was really cool, but when I was talking to Austin Butler, Josh Brolin came up from behind, which I haven't seen it back yet, but I was genuinely frightened.
Yeah.
So yeah, that one was a highlight. What about you?
That sounds nearly as frightening as the movie. A highlight for me, just meeting everyone that I like. Florence, like she's just gorgeous, and she was looking out for me on this very cold night. But yeah, I think maybe talking to Florence and talking to everyone really. Josh, he's hilarious.
Yeah, really funny.
funny. Yeah. Everything. And just to be here in New York, like, I know it's your hometown, but for me,
Thanks.
I'm a visitor, and I get goosebumps every time I'm here. So yeah, it's all been amazing.
Yeah, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks to everyone who worked this and for being involved. This was a dream come true.
It really was.
But yeah, be sure to see Dune Part 2.
Make sure you get those tickets, guys.
Yeah.
So I think that's all we have time for.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.